Love and light, everybody, and welcome back to another video. If you guys are new, thank you so much for clicking on the video, and if you are returning, thank you for all your love and support. Okay, in this reading we are going to be doing a divine feminine energy read. See where the divine feminine collective is at, pull on their energy, and just see what wants to come out. Okay, thank you guys so much for all your support. Thank you for everyone who's reached out to me for a personal reading. Guys, I am so thankful and so grateful for all your support to, my gifts, my little business I'm starting up. I'm just very thankful. So thank you guys. For everyone who's been commenting and subscribing, especially in the video below, thank you so much. It means a lot to me. I didn't expect so many people to resonate with the video that I posted below. So I'm just very grateful that you guys resonate with my energy and take the time out to like the video, take the time out to comment little things and just show support. It really does help me feel your energy, and it really does help me connect with you guys. So thank you so much. It means a lot to me to be growing this intuitive family. So I owe all that to you guys. Thank you so much. Okay, let's go ahead and just clear the energy. Beautiful. Father God, angels, divine Holy Spirit, and ancestors, please go ahead and bless my channel, bless the viewers, whatever anyone is sending myself, please go ahead and return back to them. If they are sending love and light, bless that back to them tenfold. And if they are sending any evil eye, just go ahead and return to sender. In this day and age, guys, I just like to teach the simple law that what you give out into the world is the same that you're going to get back, okay? Don't fight it, boo. Replacements have been sent out. New love is on the way. So divine feminine, it looks like new love is going to be coming in. If it hasn't already, then new love will be coming in very soon for you guys. Your voice turns me on. Say anything and I'm dripping. So we have some people that love the sound of your voice, whether you're singers, whether you guys public speak, have channels like I do, whatever it is that you guys do, people love your voice. So yeah, I've been channeling, it's in your voice, so don't stop using your voice, okay? All right, let's go ahead and pull on. Oh, you know what? They're actually telling me to pull on some of these first to get some basic energies. All right, let's see where the divine feminine is at. Okay, so boy, you guys are, some of you are all over the place. Some of you are going to get this very unexpected surprise, is what I'm hearing. All of a sudden, I did a reading before this one, and it was all of a sudden. Something all of a sudden. Okay, let's take these. Okay, I feel like maybe some of you guys, some of you guys are still in this energy of this void, okay? I feel a lot of you guys have worked out of that energy, but some are still in this energy. With the cards flying out like that, I got two things. I got all over the place, and then I got some where it's like surprise. So for the ones that are out of this void, and you'll know if this is you, for some of you guys who are out of this void, I mean, for the ones that are out of this void, you will be getting this sudden surprise, this shock, this thing, whatever it is. And then for the ones that are still in this void, I feel like you're in this void because you're kind of in this mental conflict, a little bit all over the place, not knowing exactly what's going on and what to do and which way to go and how to be. And I think that that's just meaning to pull back. You know, if there's ever a situation where you just don't know, you can't decide, there's just too much going on, the best thing that we can do is just pull back. Right? Pull back, disconnect, and recenter ourselves before we go ahead and make a choice, make a move, make a decision, okay? So for the ones, we're gonna focus on I mean, unless Spirit wants me to address other, but I think for a majority of us, we are working out of this void. And yes, okay, so if you're still in this void, it's time to focus. Okay, it's time to focus. Like I said, pull back, focus on what it is that you want. And for the ones who are out of this void, it's because you are focusing, right? I'm gonna focus on the I'm gonna focus on the people that are currently not sitting in the void and actually working on focusing, right? We're gonna speak it into existence. Okay, so for majority of the divine feminines right now, we are focusing on the things that we want. I want to say, I'm hearing accolades, pursuits. That's what I'm hearing, but I'm like, Spirit, does that even make sense? But okay, take it how it resonates. But I'm feeling like that's what you guys are focusing on. You're focusing on building yourself up, whether that be in the gym. I'm now back in the gym and I'm trying to build up my body and build up my, you know, my strength again. So these are things that I want to see progress in, and I feel like that's what we're kind of focusing on in this moment. I think for a majority of us, I'm resonating with this as well, but I think for a lot of the divine feminines have taken their focus so much off of the whole masculine, divine masculine journey. I feel like love has taken a backseat on somebody else, and you're putting that self-love back into yourself, which is really good. You're focusing on self, right? Which is very good. I do feel like you are holding your emotions in, though, divine feminine. Yes, because with this bubble around, I think love, like this blue, this bubble, this is emotion, right? The water, right? It's all your emotion. And I feel like right now you're just holding your emotions back. You're not really opening up all your emotions. You're not letting everyone see how you're feeling. I feel like you're just really focusing on yourselves right now. And keeping your intuition, like transforming your mind is what I'm hearing. Like with that butterfly right on that third eye chakra, you guys are out of this void. Maybe in a point in time you felt like you were trapped in this same cycle, in this same, you know, the same programming, the same, you know, whatever it is, you know, whatever this void is to you. I feel like for a while you guys were kind of just in this rut almost, right? In this rut, but in that rut you were resting, because she is here laying down. She is resting. What number is that? 1. So yes, you're at a okay. So with this being void, I'm also hearing that it's like you had to take that time. Thank you, Spirit. You had to take this time in that void, in that rut, in that rest, in that darkness. You had to take that time to understand, to figure out, to assess. Yes, so it wasn't only, maybe some of you, yes, are still in this, right? Still in this resting state, still in this void state, like we're hermit almost, right? Just staying hidden, staying to yourself, staying in solitude. But in this solitude, it's not necessarily a negative solitude. It's just that recoup, that rebuild, that recenter, right? And I feel like a lot of my divine feminines, if you're not in it, that means, if you're not in this focusing energy yet, it's because you're still recovering, okay? And now for a lot of us, we are in this focused state, right? We are staying centered on ourselves, staying focused on ourselves, transforming our third eye, transforming our mind into something bigger, wanting more for ourselves, wanting a higher perspective is what I'm hearing, but holding back on emotions. I feel a lot of the divine feminines let their emotions lead them, right? Yeah, 14 breaking down to a 5. There is change that is coming, and I feel it is around your emotion. I feel a lot of times you love hard, right? As divine feminines, we love hard, you know, and we go all in when we love. It's like, if I love you forever. I'm loyal to you forever. But I think in some point and way, you're starting to transform that programming, right? You're starting to transform, and I think you're, yes, okay, then I didn't even realize, but self-love, 6 here. So 6 is like the self-love, pouring back into self. And I feel like a lot of you guys right now are looking for that equal, right? It's like Yes, I can be loyal to you, and yes, I can be dedicated, and yes, I can be so loving to everyone else, but if you're not going to reciprocate that and bring that back, that same thing back to me, then I have to transform what I am thinking and how I go about acting and how I go about pouring my emotions into people, places, and things, because it hasn't gotten me the results that I wanted to see. Thank you, Spirit. It hasn't gotten me the validation that I needed. It hasn't gotten me anywhere at the end of the day, except depleted with my own self, because I pour out my emotions and I love hard and I'm just so dedicated that now I need to transform that. And a lot of you guys are still in that void, still in that darkness, because you're healing, you're recuperating, you're recovering, right? Because when you do pour out so much of yourselves, emotionally, physically, right? And I'm also hearing vocally, it's like you've almost extended everything, whether this be in a relationship and you've tried so hard to make it work, and you've spoke so much of how you feel and how you don't feel and what you want, and it's just you still have not gotten what you wanted. So now you're taking that time to rest. You're taking that time to recuperate, and you're taking that time to focus, transform your mind, and pour that love back into yourself, right? Because you know, my divine feminines know that if they can love so freely and unconditionally, that is exactly the same love that they deserve. So good job, my divine feminines, for staying so headstrong and transforming that, right? Transforming that. I want to get a couple more just to see where you guys are. So we see that they're pouring self-love. We're pouring self-love back into ourselves. What can we see a little bit deeper into the divine feminine? Is there anything deeper? Who's around the divine feminine? What is around the divine feminine's energy? Okay, boundaries. That's what's around your energy, boundaries. So now, my divine feminines, not only have you learned to focus on self, to love thyself, but now you've also learned to put up strong boundaries. And I feel like I'm hearing it wasn't you that put these boundaries up, it was Spirit. Do you see how she's around in this bubble? And what is right outside that bubble, that little white butterfly, right? So not only is it Spirit, but Spirit is helping you transform. Spirit is helping you put up these boundaries. Spirit, your guardian angels are like, you're not going to hurt her any longer. Right? You divine feminines have been through so much. And now I finally feel like you guys are just at this good place. You're at this good place. And Spirit is like, you've grown so much. There's so many butterflies in this. You guys have transformed and grown and healed so much. Spirit is not going to let you go through what you went through again. So yes, they had to make you put up these boundaries. Yes, you had to say goodbye to a lot of people, places, and things. Yes, you had to really just focus on self and stay in that void at times, right? Stay in that darkness, stay in that solitude. You've had to. Okay, let's see what else. They're saying switch decks, so we're gonna see what this one, what is coming towards the divine feminine, or what, you know, I don't want to say what's coming, but we'll see. What wants to come out for the divine feminine? Okay, dive a little bit deeper. All of Me by John Legend. Your small mouth, drowning me and you're pulling me out. Got my head spinning. This is the divine masculine. Beautiful mind, I'm on your magical mystery ride. So dizzy, know what hit me, but I'll be alright. My head's underwater, but I'm breathing fine. Crazy and I'm out of my mind. Alright. right, so there's the divine masculine wanting to pop in, saying he wants to give you all of him for all of me, or all of me for all of you. I don't know the song exactly, but that's the divine masculine coming in. Yes. Okay, so in that void, that rest and rejuvenance. So it's the same thing. To clarify the void, this is what you guys have been doing. Surrounding yourselves in nature, divine feminine, very good. Going on hikes, going on walks, going to the park, and meditating, being one with the earth, being one with Mother Nature, right? Being one with God and the higher power in the universe. Just really tapping back in to who you are and all the elements, which is very beautiful. Exactly what I recommend everyone to do. Very beautiful. Okay, with the focus, we also get memories of love. So through this focus and through this transformation, you know, this mental and mind and third eye awakening, you still do have memories of love towards the past, right? You still do occasionally think back, right? We do reminisce and we do think back of, you know, why didn't, or why couldn't, or what if, you know, all these questions you do still have. But I feel like those are just little fragments of this focus part, right? Which is totally understandable, you know. And it's good that they're memories of love instead of memories of like hard times. So you're on the right path, even though you're staying focused on self. When you do look back, it is looking back on loving moments, which is very beautiful. So good job, my divine feminines. Can we clarify self-love? Self-love and boundaries. Wow. Because you've been doing self-love, you are getting recognition and rewarded from the universe. Look at that. How beautiful. Wow. And I've never noticed that before, but when I look at this in the camera, it almost looks like spirit is behind. It's not really spirit, but to me in the camera, I can see it and it looks like spirit's behind. But I feel like you're being anointed. This man is like almost bending down and there's like the higher power light. He's also got this like medallion, this like trophy necklace on, where it's like he's passed some kind of test. You guys have been anointed. You know, you guys have been rewarded. It's like almost like, you know, when you're in like the Olympics and there's like, you're on the top pedestal almost, or whatever they call it, you know what I mean? But it looks like that, right? Like you've won, like you've accomplished a level in this journey, in this life. And now spirit is like, if you haven't seen the recognition and the reward yet, you will, because you guys are going, you know, you've poured that back in. Beautiful energy. Boundaries, can we clarify boundaries? Wow, so beautiful. So because you've set up boundaries now, and because you stayed focused, and because the third eye, see, you have awoken your third eye and you have tapped in with spirit and you have listened to spirit. And not only have you listened, but now you have set up boundaries, right, with spirit next to you. And now you're just victorious and successful. And you're just victorious and successful because you set up these boundaries, because you knew what spirit was saying. It's time to focus on yourself, divine feminines. It's time to set up these boundaries. It's time to cut people, places, and things off. It's time to, you know, really turn back to us, turn back to inside, turn back to God. And because you have, and if you haven't yet, when you do, you will be victorious and successful. You will get the recognition and rewards that you guys deserve, because you've been pouring in that self-love. You've been so focused. I can't get over how focused you guys have been, and whatever you're doing, you've been so focused, so persistent. You know, growing up, I would always say I'm persistent. Patience, persistence, and perseverance with positivity will get me through anything. The 4 P's: patience, persistence, perseverance, and with positivity. I would always tell myself that, because those were things that I was like a procrastinator at times, right? That's like the negative side of it, you know. And I was a pessimist, you know, so there was like the other negative P, and I was just like all these P's that I would like label myself as. And then it came a point where it was like, wait a minute, this is not who I am. I can be anyone I want to be. Who do I want to be? I want to be patient. I want to be persistent. All right, whatever I want to put my mind to, I want to persist at it. I want to persevere through it, right? Whatever obstacles come my way, I'm going to push, I'm going to persevere. Nothing is going to stop me. I'm a lioness, right? And then patience, persistence, perseverance. Oh gosh, and with positivity, right? With a positive mindset will get me through the other 3 P's: patience, persistence, perseverance, and positivity. Okay, maybe you guys need to start saying that. I would say that in the mirror all the time, guys, all the time. Sometimes I would not even have the motivation, the drive, the energy, and I would just say those 4 P's. It's the 4 P's. I can do this, and I would say it over and over and over. And it's almost like I have to really reprogram and brainwash myself to do these things, you know? And it's like, once you say something, words have so much power. Once you say something so much, it's almost like it becomes you, right? If you say you are, you know, something negative for so long, you're going to start believing it. If you say like, I'm gonna persevere, I'm gonna stay patient. You know, patient was a hard one for me. I was like, I want it now. I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna get it. No ifs, ands, or buts. I want it, I'm gonna go get it. So I really had to learn patience, and patience is such a virtue. You know, it's hard. Trust and believe, it's hard to stay obedient, but once you get it, it's worth the wait. You know what I mean? Okay, now let's dive in a little bit further. So these are where my divine feminines are at right now. So very good, divine feminines. We're going to go a little bit further with these cards. I don't know. I don't really use them too much, but we'll see how it works out. You guys are going to be very victorious and very successful. If you're not already, you will be soon. I claim this reading for myself. It's a beautiful reading. Good job, divine feminines. Just focusing back on self, pouring that love in, and also knowing that it's okay to rest. It's okay to look back on love. It's okay to look back on those things. And Spirit knows that too. And they're saying it's okay to have memories of love. It's okay to hang on to beautiful moments, right? That's what we have, is our memories. But do we like cling on to that and not move forward? No, we don't do that. We still keep going. We still keep focusing on ourselves. But it's okay to look back and love, you know? Look back at love. That's what keeps our vibration high. That's what we know we'll call in, right? If we can know that we've had that memory of love, we can call in more love into our life. So that's beautiful. Okay, we have 4 cards coming out. The first one is ambition. Wow. Okay, so you guys are going after your ambitions, and if you're not, this is Spirit telling you it's time to. Whatever. Wow, and mastery at the bottom of the deck, 44. That's beautiful, guys. Okay, so all right, so ambition. I feel like this is like your angels and your, you know, spirit guides telling you it's time to focus on your ambitions. Like, okay, you've been focusing on self. You've been very focused and pouring that self-love back in. You've set up boundaries. You are resting and looking back on love when you need it. Recognition and reward is here. Victory and success is here. Third eye chakra is here. But what are we going to do? Now it's time to focus on our ambition, which is 38 breaking down to an 11, another master number. I feel like some of us are still in the in-between. In-between comes out next. So maybe some of you guys are like, well, what is my ambition? What is it that I go ahead and start doing? What is it that I go for, right? And when you are in that energy, earth, connect back to earth. Like I said, that, ooh, wow, and she's pregnant in here. So yes, if this is not a physical birth, then you guys, which is 7, right? Perfection. So connect back to earth. Whenever you get in that in-between where you're not sure which way to go outside. Okay, just go outside. That's what I'm hearing Spirit say. Just go outside. Go sit in the grass. And then you'll learn how to create. If this is not a physical birth, this is a birth of a business, a birth of an idea, a birth of a new venture, a birth of a creation, right? And then yes, because you guys are devoted. Stay devoted to this vision. Stay devoted to this self-love. Stay devoted to focusing on yourself. Stay devoted to your boundaries that you've put up, right? Know that you are going to get recognition and reward. Know that you will be victorious and successful, because mastery, you've already mastered this. You've gotten your trophy. You've gotten the anointing. You've gotten the light. You know what it is that you want. Now it's time to stay focused and go after this. And yes, it's okay to be sometimes in this in between. Wow, beautiful. Stay devoted, and not only stay devoted to this plan or your journey or your purpose, stay devoted to God, right? Stay devoted to God and stay connected. I feel like we don't even need to go into any personal cards in this reading. It's so beautiful. So we're just going to get a Bible verse and then we'll close this reading out. This is a very motivational reading, and I feel like we needed this as Divine Feminine. And this is kind of somewhere where I want to go. I feel like we are taking a turn as a collective. Of course, I'm going to pull on, love readings and when it wants to come out, but I feel there's a big part of this Divine Feminine collective, and we'll see where the Divine Masculine is next. But I feel like there is a big part of this Divine Feminine collective that is just like, I'm going after what it is that I need to go after, Love, there's memories of love. The memories of love are there, but I am focused, right? I am focused on myself, on my goals, on my pursuits, and nobody is going to take me off course, because if I want to see the change, I got to be the change, right? Very good. If I want to be victorious and successful, I'm not going to get there just waiting on somebody, right? Good job, Divine Feminines. This is beautiful. And this is the same exact energy that I can say that I have been in myself. Very good. I've been so busy, so busy. I'm so busy in a good way. Are you really busy when you're doing things that you actually have passion for? I don't think so. Are you really busy when you're genuinely trying to help people become better themselves? I don't think that you can say that it's a negative busy. It's such a positive. I'm tired at the end of the day, but I'm so filled, it's fulfilling, which is very nice. And I thank all of you guys for making that possible, right? And soon I want to be able to start helping people in a deeper way to be able to go ahead and do this for themselves, right? I had to take a leap to be able to say goodbye to a 9-to-5 job to do, things that I actually want to do. It's a leap, but with faith, with focus, you can. God, is there anything that wants to come out? All right. Even when it's dark around, know that God will not let you down. Exactly. And I think that just goes hand in hand with this ambition, right? I know a lot of my Divine Feminines have been having this urge of okay, I want to go after these things. I want to pursue these things. I want to do these things, whatever it is. It could be from the largest thing to the smallest thing. Just take it how it resonates in your life. And I feel like a lot of us at times, we get caught up, right? We get caught up in maybe our Divine Masculine, or maybe this journey, or, maybe whatever, our emotions, right? We did see a lot about holding back our emotions. So if you do feel like you're still caught up in something, right? Still in this mental conflict, does he love me? Does he want me? Where is he? I think it's time to pull back. Right? It's time to pull back, because there are some of us that are still in that, right? Just so caught up in this journey. And we must remember that it is a solo journey. It's okay to look back on memories of love, but we must stay focused. We must start transforming that third eye and get